An increased number of schools say they're having to deal with another crisis. Families struggling to keep their kids clean, including their school uniforms. So teachers are having to find ways to help them.
They said it was like a choice between that and electricity. We've had some families that maybe couldn't afford washing powder at that particular time, that particular week, or we've had some that say, oh, like, I don't get paid till Friday and their uniform's dirty. Is there any chance that we could just do one wash?
Among the most common things pupils experience in hygiene poverty include unclean uniform or PE kit, unwashed hair or unclean teeth, and having head lice several times throughout the year.
He's a bit of a messy eater, as you can see. He suffers from nosebleeds quite a lot. So it's just, you can see the food that he's had on the Friday, really, and possibly even on the Thursday as well. He feels more comfortable in it. It's a calming influence for him. He can be quite an agitated boy. He comes in, he has a fresh, we call it Fresh Friday, what we used to do when we changed his socks. So we had a thing every Friday. We come and clean your feet. You used to have a little bucket and he used to wash his feet in where you put fresh socks on. It's an increase in every year. There's something extra that teachers are doing.
And is there any kind of responsibility taken by mum or carer that actually that should be done, you know, at home?
She doesn't really acknowledge it as such. She would just say, oh, that's great, thanks.
80% of teachers surveyed have seen an increase in hygiene poverty in their school. Almost 9 in 10 state school staff say they or another colleague have personally supported a pupil in hygiene poverty, with 40% of teachers personally washing pupils' uniforms.
I never thought that I would need a laundrette in our school, and unfortunately that's just the nature of the state of affairs for our families. Families find it incredibly difficult to heat their houses, to provide food for their children and to wash clothes. It's just part and parcel of what happens now.
The government have set up a child poverty task force which will look at child poverty as a whole. Meanwhile, it seems that teachers are taking on yet another responsibility, and washing cycles continue to spin in our schools. Anjum Bakos, Sky News.